My biggest fear is Max Q-Song with that pole. I don't know what my biggest fear is, honestly.
You don't know what's out there. And ever since I was a little girl, if the lights were out in my room, I would like scream and cry. I would run to my mom's bed because I was scared that like the monsters are gonna get me. Even now, the dark doesn't mean like the dark, like physically, like what, it's like, I don't know, the dark, you just can't see. The dark is kind of like a metaphor for the unknown, and I mean, everyone fears what they aren't familiar with. When you can't see, you don't know what to prepare for.
I'm afraid of clowns.
Oh, my mom. She's a scary woman.
My biggest fear is being trapped inside a cave or something filling up with water and have to take my last breath. Drowning really scares me, and I feel like that would be a really scary situation.
My biggest fear is probably tsunamis. I don't know why, but I think it's just like maybe not being able to like run anywhere really because like the water's just coming. I kind of have like a fear of like what could be in the ocean that would like come for me, and like all like buildings I guess and stuff, like everything that would be affected, and like just like the downfall after the tsunami, like what everyone has to go through if they like even survive it. So I feel like surviving a tsunami is like awfully hard. If I was in the situation where like there was a tsunami, I would probably just panic and like die. Like honestly, I don't know if I would be able to handle it because of the fact that it is one of my biggest fears, and I feel like that would like just overtake me, and like I wouldn't be able to like think straight and like do something that would like overall like save me.
My biggest fear is not being enough for someone. People leaving me.
My biggest fear is like empty spaces, like being alone in the ocean and like not having sight of like land, or like just waiting for like, I don't know, like a shark to come or like a boat. Like, I feel like it's like being alone, but like just think about it in like a different like environment, like in the ocean, but like no sight of land, or like no sight of like boats or like people. It would make me like really paranoid, I feel like, and that's like so scary to me. I have like a little bit of thalassophobia because like it's mostly the ocean that I'm scared of, like being alone in the ocean. Because if you look up thalassophobia, like you'll see pictures of like scary creatures in like the deep sand. Those are so scary.
My biggest fear is swimming out into the ocean and seeing a shark and not being able to do anything about it. That's my biggest fear because there would be like no getting out of it. I think I would panic. I don't know if I would just like give up, but like I would try, and I feel like it would just like, I would feel like stressed because there was nothing I can do about it.
I think it's called trypophobia. It's like a honeycomb where there's like a bunch of holes or something like that, or there's a bunch of holes in something. It just really disgusts me. It's just disgusting. I can't look at it. It like makes me feel queasy on the inside.
My two biggest fears are being taken advantage of and bees.
Probably say the biggest fear is snakes, because I got bit by one and almost died.
My biggest fear is probably my future and not knowing what I want to be and screwing up with my major.
My biggest fear is probably airplanes. I don't want to get in one because I had an experience on an airplane, which made me very scared of airplanes. Basically, I almost went down in an airplane one time. I think the plane dropped like a few thousand feet. Ever since then, I can't get on a plane ever since that happened because I've been deathly afraid of them.
My biggest fear is probably getting older. As time goes on, I'm just getting like more and more like stressed. I'm with like college and then like finding a job, and then just like being an adult, I'm like really scared of. Even when I look at like photos of like myself when I was like 7, like even though I'm only 17 years old, like, and everyone's like, oh, like you're so young, like I really don't feel young. Oh, like I'm afraid of being older because I'm like dying. Like it's not like because like I'm gonna like die. It's like not really like that kind of fear. It's just like I'm afraid that like I'm not going to accomplish in my life the things that like I want to, and just like not get to do what I want to do, and I'm afraid of like wasting like, you know, my 30s, 40s.
My biggest fear is probably what happens after death. So like there's like talks of like a heaven or hell, or like reincarnation, or just nothing, which kind of like spooks me. You can't imagine not having a consciousness. Like it's just impossible. How the world started, like people say like the Big Bang, or like God created the earth. Like how can there be nothing? Like that's just not possible.